that can use all of the players instead of coaches. That's a good sign, but tonight, can they move to that third winning streak? We'll see tonight, guys.
All right, Angel, thanks. Always a fun game for Kevin Love to play against his hometown Portland Trail Blazers. Grew up, of course, in Lake Oswego, a suburb of Portland. Loved the Blazers when he was growing up, and his favorite player, says, if I had to pick one, was probably Rasheed Wallace, who was, as he said, back in his crazier days at that point.
Well, this is going to be a good test for the Cavaliers because probably the best team they played this little run that they're on now. It's a good test to see where they are.
Portland coming off a win a couple of days ago at Philadelphia without Joel Embiid, so Portland wins the 10. They'll begin the fourth quarter with possessions with plenty of more here. A lot of money down. Here comes Harkless, cut off by Gedioski. Zizic against Nurkic, bodied him up, hit a miss.
We did a good job of bumping him. If Nurkic was trying to force his way in there, he did a good job of getting him, keeping his ground.
Nurkic calls himself the Bosnian Beast. He lives up to it.
He's made his one, too.
Kevin Love, moving around this time. Being guarded by Al-Farouq Aminu. So Aminu gives up a little size in that matchup. A little off the foot of Sexton.
And you speak of that matchup, Fred, the Cavs need to take advantage of that. If you know you have a mismatch from the beginning of the game, that first quarter you have to explore that mismatch.
Cavs tracked Lillard that time, so let's see if they continue to do that. Nurkic directly traffic and a holding foul on Sexton as he dealt with Harkless.
Yeah, trying to get him in that one-on-one situation, trying to post him up. Sexton got to keep his, you can't reach around the guy's waist like that. You've got to keep those hands off of that waist.
Well, primarily will be on Lillard here tonight. Harkless across the room. Jenny moved his feet nicely. A tough shot for Harkless. Give him credit. Tough little shot there. First two to Portland. They've had 25 straight games scoring 100 or more. Only Golden State's 30 in a row, top set figure in the NBA.
They can put the ball in the basket.
Jetty off the bounce over look. Here comes C.J. McCollum. Got a kick and run out. Looking for the big fella Nurkic. Got up quickly, but he missed it against Zizic. So he's 0 for 2 against Andre. Right, a nice steps into the 3.
Hi, Kelly. Kendrick Lamar.
Lost these guys out in Portland, of course, back in January by 17. They were down 20 and kept it spinning. Couldn't come all the way back. Lillard going to right end. And he scored with a great pump fake.
Yeah, he did a good job of
Thank you.
getting to the basket. And when he got
Thank
to
you,
the basket,
Kelly.
he did a good job of that hard dribble and stop on the dime.
Lillard averages 26 points a game. That's his lifetime mark against the Cavs, too. Ball knocked away by Lillard. Otherwise, it might have been a reverse layup for Sexton.
And it looked like he was inside there, just could hold on to it. But again, get that mismatch out. He's clever with the ball and everything. He's good for it. Sexton trying to get inside.
Thank you so much.
A little hand on the ball that time.
Jay in that corner. Not much room there. One call for it. I guess Harkless reaches in and fouls.
A lot of reaching already in the game by both teams.
Harkless missed 20 games this season with a knee injury, so just trying to get his rhythm back.
Yeah.
You can check my lives. I've got other drawings there.
Once Love is in motion, he's never tough time stopping him.
And there's some in his hand there. Sexton couldn't guard the ball. Got away with a nudge, no he did not. As an offensive foul called by Tony Brown. Offensive foul, pretty obvious.
I drew Anthony Davis.
They come off, they surround him with the double team, and you can see the little push off there.
And he had already beaten Lillard off that pick. They felt he needed to create some space. Here's a good pass here, found McCollum. Inside, C.J. for 2. So the Blazers off to a 6-0 beginning here. Don't want to fight uphill against this team.
No, you don't.
Tony Brown calls a foul. He's the crew chief tonight, along with Deborah Taylor and J.T. Orr. The 3 officials assigned by the NBA.
And that's one little play they just ran. The Cavs have to be careful.
I can do a poll on that.
It's tough to defend a guard when he has a whole floor to cut to the basket.
Now switch immediately picks up Sexton. Kevin Love on the block against Harkless. As he can take it. The size, 5 to shoot. Against a double team. Previously was working. Harkless knocked away.
Okay, I'll do a poll on that.
Well, because the Blazers right now are playing their pace. Cavaliers are sluggish getting back on the defensive end. That's no against this team.
So the Stark County all-time leading scorer for points in the game. 7 years with the Blazers. That's number 4 in current tenure behind Greg Popovich, Rick Carlisle, and Eric Spoelstra with the same team. Time for a Taco Bell take, looking at the top of the West and how they're faring in the battle for home court. You can see the Warriors, Nuggets, Thunder, and Blazers all 7-3 in their last 10. That is going to be an absolute demolition derby. Obviously, Portland wants to get out of that 4 spot to 3 with Boyd Houston in the first round. We'll see how it plays out. Pick them up. The family had it partially blocked, so Portland not known for their defense in terms of history, but playing really good.
Thank you.
And the invisible man shows up in time. A little late to the tip, but he can't get it back.
Yeah, he showed up, Fred. I mean, he was just waiting on the sideline for it.
Exactly. The signing autographs.
Yeah.
Invisible autographs. Let's see if the Cavs can get off the schneid here. Pass over the top into the hands of a color. Miscommunication at times. Really thought about it. CJ Clark. First 11 points.
I used to have a pet cat.
Well, what they're doing, they're taking advantage of the Cavs turnovers and missed shots. They're getting down the floor quickly, and the Cavs are acting as if they're playing those teams they played in the past. This is a different team. This is the first-class team they're playing tonight.
Sexton couldn't get it back. So the Cavs start 0 for 6. Again, 14-0.
Boy, you're going to play some transition defense against this team. If you don't, they'll run you right out of the queue.
Let's see, get back in his home area. Feeling comfortable. Actually, it's the second or the best game in high school scoring in Stark County, 54. With shorts. The Cavaliers down 2 touchdowns here. Just trying to get untracked. Well, Cohen again. Short, that's it. Rebound surrounded by black shirts. Trying to find the bottom of the basket here. They thought about it. Post up for Kevin Love against the medium. Got it trapped. Spins up, no too hard. And the drop continues on for 8.
So this is going to test the Cavaliers' resolve now, because they haven't had a game when they started out this bad all season. So they have to find a way to regroup themselves.
Nurkic picks up the 5. Our Elko injury report. The Buckeye, Evan Turner. His second game with the left knee soreness. He'll be back fairly soon. Morris Henson and Tristan Thompson on the Cavs side. As Tristan still getting closer to getting back out there. That hits. An early substitution is Matthew Dellavedova checks in. Kevin McClain. Sam hits for 3. And Kevin's got the mark.
Yeah, good to see him get off to a good start. Belly hit Kevin Love, and Kevin Love is deep in the key.
So it's 14-2. So these 31 more points in the quarter to equal that 34th point a couple of years ago.
Yeah, almost.
As Jay Austin went down.
Yeah, you have to hold your ground. They're not going to give you that kind of stuff. You got to hold your ground and just take your punishment.
All 10 points in the paint belonging to the visitors. And they keep the ball. South Street set by Zizic. A little bit down. Punch it off the bench and he's for 3.
Now, I like that, because Della could have taken that shot, but he's decided to keep it on the ground and get his score in position. That's a good point guard move there.
Jordan 22 against these guys in the last game. In fact, his average 16 tonight against this franchise. He did something.
Boy, somebody better play some defense.
Because right now, the Cavaliers are on a kilter 18-5. So he his first 2. Zizic giving the shot. Rebound in Nurkic. He gets 10 of those tonight. Just too easily right now for Portland. The shot is tipped in by Harkless off his own wrist.
Cavaliers don't have any spark right now. They're kind of playing as if they're waiting to get beat. They got to come out and play this game. This is a first-class team. They haven't played against a team like this in the last 6-7 games.
Clarkson over the cover. And he first two. Yeah, this is not Phoenix or Memphis they're facing here tonight.
Exactly right.
20-7. And the Blazers desperately want every win they can get. They're in a 50-win pace right now. Survey. Confirmed. Rebound to Villanova.
Nope.
Try to get it all back in once. Exactly. The old adage is,
Just execute your way back into the game is what you have to do.
Clarkson on a two-man game action. Well, and immediately got tangled up. Clarkson fights it up. Jordan had a check makes his way into two. So he's got 7 quick points off the Gambler bench in 3 minutes.
Yeah, he got him a Nurkic that time.
20-9. Foul on McCollum as he threw away Delly, who got in his shirt a little bit. And CJ said Delly initiated the contact. He beat him to the spot.
He sure did. Oh, yeah. He did. He beat him to the spot.
That's just good scouting by Delly, knowing your opponent.
And knowing exactly right.
Larry Nance Jr. checks in. It's a nice hand. Marquise Chris off the Cavs bench. Suddenly the Cavs now hit 4 of the last 5 after missing the first games. Watch the big reason why. Delly called for the 2-day game. Has Canner off the bench. Delly from down under. He went past that time for 2.
Well, Nurkic was waiting for him, but he just knew that Delly was going to hit that lob pass.
260 what?
That Collins off the bench. That tennis Canner again. The expert. Hart was trying to force his way inside. Collins looked off and didn't really get.
What will defense do?
That's an error. Over progressive field and E on the scoreboard. That's right.
Defense will burst the pipe every time. Cavs putting up some pressure. Good defense by Marquise across the middle to move his feet.
He has scored last 6. Lillard overplaying Delly. He stuck that screen and rolled. On the corner himself, though. Rebound to Collins. Collins has good size. Out of Gonzaga, 7 foot. CJ to the hole, and he was fouled.
The high pick and roll will be essential for the Cavaliers to play that solid tonight. You got to understand how you're going to play it because those 2 guards will wear you out if you don't play it right. This time he gets a chance to get around that corner and turn. Once he turns his shoulders going downhill, you're in trouble.
There's at number 3 because of his older brother Eric. They're screwed in place. Still playing professionally overseas in Turkey. They bring the family to Cavs basketball with the Within Furniture Family Fun Pack. Get 4 tickets, 4 fan meals starting at just $32.50 per ticket. Get your family fun pack today at Cavs.com/offers. CJ's high school coach, Jack Rose Jr. Exceptionally proud of CJ. He wears a number retired in Lehigh, his own mater, yesterday. So quite an honor for him. Oh, yeah. State attached.
That's a lot.
Looking for space. Clarkson came to the ball. Ball's falling away from a shot there. There goes Portland. They began the road trip with a win over Brooklyn. Portland backs out and carries it 3. Shoots it effortlessly, doesn't he?
It doesn't take much. He doesn't need much space either. I mean, that young man is a shooter, man. He can flat out put the ball in the net.
Just 166 triple. Passes wide of the mark.
No. What is it?
Jordan Clarkson points to himself saying, I should have gotten to the spot. Back in a moment.
Hello, everyone. I'm Angel Green. The Cavs are continuing to get healthy bodies back, which allows Coach Green to continue to experiment with different rotations. One of the sparks of those rotations is Matthew Dellavedova, who continues to bring energy and consistency on both ends of the floor.
You know, just being a veteran presence and somebody that, somebody that we all can look to is like, all right, this is how you should play. You know, night in and night out, giving it his all, as unselfish as you could possibly ask for, and he's been the ultimate professional. So.
Without question, but the leadership seeps down. Robbie Hood, the ex-Cavalier, in the ball game for the first time. Jake Lehman also checks in for them. David Duamo for the Cavaliers. Clarkson trying to keep it going. Nice look off. Found Nance too deep to shoot it, though. Duamo cut off by Lehman. Nance a hook over Lehman. his friend as Larry Nance shooting his two.
They put the right spin on that one.
25-13.
Good hand.
Look inside as Nance stole it, intended for Cantor. Boston rises and scores with a finger roll, so he's got 9 quick ones.
They took his time and got to the basket and had an easy layup.
25-15. Cavaliers back within 10 now after trailing by 15. Gotta watch out for Landry. Had an 18-point game against the Cavs last time. He's really athletic.
Yeah, he's a good, solid player. He's been in this league a while.
He has broken into his own this season off their bench. A pivotal member of the rotation. Averages 8 points a game. May not sound like a lot, but
8 points off the bench is solid, Fred, because anything close to double figures off the bench is great.
just the ones, he had 20 in the third quarter alone. As we have a Cavalier foul off the collision. It's going to be on Marquise Chris.
And you can't send this team to the free throw line. Number 2 in the league, 82%. As a team, you can't send them to the line with fouls like that. You have to be careful how you treat them in those kind of situations.
Oh, okay.
This team, they're second best in free throw percentage at just a hair under 82%.
I see. You got some?
Take that for a player market. And coming up in the next 72, Cavaliers in the paint tomorrow at 6. Blue Jackets and Penguins, always fun. Tomorrow at 6:30. And Kansas next Thursday at 7. Fox Sports Ohio is streaming on the Fox Sports app. The Knicks ending their home court losing streak 18. A shout out from Samuel Jackson at the Oscars last night. They're ending that drought. Nance looks inside. Cantor knocks it away, intended for Chris. Marquise rescued it. Plenty of time to get off a good shot. Collins against Clarkson lost the ball. Just trying to force the way inside.
And that's not the thing to do against this team.
Rodney Hood used the right hand to get to the left, and he hit it for 2.
Because against this team, you want to make them guard 1 or 2 more 3 options. You don't want to give them that first look, and that's all the defense they have to play.
Rodney playing his 7th game for these guys, averaging 8 points a night as a Blazer. Nance thinking about 3. 1 minute to go in the quarter. Weak side pitch to Chris.
Okay.
There's the 3. In rhythm. And that's what Larry Drew's been talking to Marquise about. Making sure that you're not seeking.
So you have some of the foxes.
Within the role of the offense, and that was a good example there. 29-18. Eyes the shot clock. Rises. Front iron. Rebound and Nance. Cavaliers can go 2 for 1 if they hurry here. And choose not to. Clarkson again. This time the 2-man action with Chris. Clarkson trying to get inside. Zach Collins wiped it away.
In those situations, I'd rather see him look for somebody to give the ball to.
And then maybe get it back.
And maybe get it back. But to force it like that and everybody's watching you is tough.
Ribbon dribbles. Weak side pitch. The Raven. The win for the Cavaliers. Finish out the quarter a little better than they started, that's for sure, as they were down 14-0 and trail right now 29-18 after 1. As the Cavaliers bench 16 of the 18 points so far. 12 minutes in the books. And your home of Cavaliers basketball. Watching some time with Larry Nance Jr. and Sr. along with Channing Frye. Of course,
All right, I will after that live.
One-legged jumper was so good along the baselines. Number 6 all-time in Cavalier points.
I hope you like my art.
You spent 9 years with that. I'm sure you cherish those memories.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Bingo was one of the best shooters I've ever played with. And he had a very high basketball IQ. Yeah, very high. He understood the game unbelievably well.
Plays such a great pace. Out there with Clarkson in the backcourt. They have to force one because of the foul. And a rebound to the Trailblazers. Nick Stauskas, who began the season with Portland, out there with Donovan, Muhammad Nance, and Clarkson. They've got Seth Curry with Collins, Delaney, Cantor, and Hood. Collins, the post up for an easy 2.
See, again, the Cavs haven't seen a team that moves the ball up and down the floor and moves the ball in half court like this in this little streak they've been on. And so now it's a little different look that the Cavs have to learn how to deal with.
This is the deepest team that Terry Stotts has had in Portland in this sense. This is a they've got at least 12 guys he can go to. Cavaliers lose sight of the clock. 24-second violation ensues.
And see what happens when you get down that quickly, that many points, it has a tendency to throw you out of rhythm, and that's what the point guards have to find a way to get this thing back under control.
Sexton takes over now for Matthew Dellavedova. The no point of ball game here for the Cavs.
Oh, yeah, already.
They've come into the ball game number 4 and bench scoring. See if they can take advantage of this now. Pete Bergruco with him and Canner off the bench. Canner some bully ball. And a traveling violation gives it back to the Cavs.
Yeah, once he made that push, then he made 2 more quick steps. Watch. 1, then he's going to go.
And there's the travel right there.
Right there. There's the travel right there.
He changed his pivot foot.
Yep.
Canner didn't agree. I don't think Terry Stotts did either. Going hard right hand against Collins. Good size. Costas escaped through. And he buried him. You know, that feels extra good.
Yeah, but you get this young man going, and you will see some shooting tonight.
Was originally part of the Rodney Hood deal. Before the Cavs
Okay.
traded him as well, but re-signed recently. Foul before the shot. Listen, Nick Stauskas can always shoot the ball out of Michigan.
Yes. Doing a good job of getting off the shot, deep in the cue. Yes.
But he lets everybody know he's not just a three-point shooter. He takes a lot of pride in the rest of his game as well. Here comes Canner. I guess it is. And he gives it up. That's a good catch to Curry. Here comes O'Neal spinning into a shot. Nice move.
He's a tough guy to have to stop one-on-one. He's very agile. He knows what he's doing. He's strong.
Like 4 years at Maryland. Second round pick. Really
What's this?
these guys.
You don't like them calling you Faris?
Rebound to Canner. And he's playing in his sixth Kevlar game now. Good. Trying to create a little room. A little bit further that time. Ronnie shooting over 50% is short stuff. Sexton cut off. Open 3. Nice sticks. They're looking strong by the rook, so his first field goal.
Well, again, he's pushing the ball down the floor early, and that's important. Use his speed. Make him play the whole floor. Stop you first.
A good example of giving it up and getting it back. Curry back the other way.
He can shoot it just like his brother.
That's why it was part of the long-distance shootouts, which was won by Joe Harris.
Ex-Cavalier. Yeah, how about that?
Missed the shot. That was pestered that time. Here comes Rodney Hood in the 12-point Blazer lead. Canner on the block. Gives it up. Later. Finds Collins. 3-point shooter. Curry as well. 2 in a row for Seth Curry. He's number 3 in the league in 3-point field goal accuracy at nearly 46%.
Yeah, those are shooting genes that come out of that family.
Dell set the tone. Yes, well off the mark. Cavaliers at 38% shooting. Portland at 62. Wow.
Again, the Cavs haven't faced a team like this, especially defensively. I mean, they have to do more of doing pressure on the ball, keep the pressure on the ball, and cover those 3-point shooters.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Most of possibilities and most with Canner and Nurkic. Lehman lets it fly, hits it for 3. Cavs have to call another timeout as the lead suddenly blows to 18 in favor of Portland.
But in addition, the fans can enter to win a very special bobblehead, which is Larry Nance Jr. in his Revere High School jersey. And that's no facial hair on that one. So those kids are signing in and trying to win that one on the concourse. The winners will be notified via text at the beginning of the third. I'll see who wins those guys.
I'm sure that Dan would probably agree. I know Ginny would probably agree too. That Junior's looks a little bit better. We like this from the Pops too. Here comes Canner. Firing the shot from almost traveling. Trying to sneak one in, rebound to Kevin Love. Good defense by Zizic.
Yeah, they seem to be trying to do a lot more inside now. At least giving the big guys some opportunities now.
And shot goes for Brandon Knight, who thought he was fouled.
All right, Kelly.
From behind.
Thanks for joining my live.
Not one to argue much. In fact,
See you next time.
Sexton gives it back to the Cavaliers.
And thanks for the enlightenment.
They're coming around the corner here. You can see right there. Right there.
Yep.
A little push.
Wonder if Dell taught him that too.
Free yourself, young man.
Exactly.
Use that low arm.
22-26. Gonna use those tricks.
That's right.
It's detected. Sexton and Love. No post-up opportunity there. Jenny has to go to the front of the shot clock. Double trouble. Nice little spin move to create space. Cooley and Conley knocked it down.
Well, you can see what the Blazers are doing. Their defense is all in the middle of the lane. They're not giving the Cavaliers any type of situations to have any quick mid-range shots.
Here comes C.J. McCollum returning. Immediate closed upon by Kevin Love. Immediate goes to work. Love's great defense. Will steps down, plus he got the rebound. Here comes Sexton. Turning the corner. Gets it up nicely to Jet. Swing it to Kevin Love for three.
All right, have a good one. See you next time.
That was a good sequence there. Push the ball down the floor, make the defense cover the whole floor, come all the way back around to K-Love, and he's deep in the queue.
And maybe early in the season, Thomas Sexton tries to force a shot at the rim. He's going to kick it back out.
Right.
Cantor a pump, and a line drive pump that goes.
And that's where they are different now. With Cantor in there, they have a lot more pressure on you in that paint.
Kevin Love fights it up and down. Cantor was a good pickup for them after the trade deadline when he was waived by New York. Let's go back to Sexton's play here. Didn't force anything.
Right, he's using what he does best. In the open floor, he has the quickness to beat everybody out there. Find the open man, one quick pass from Jenny, and a three-point shot. That, to me, is what the Cats have to do more of. Is use what they have. They have quickness in the open floor. Use it.
Kevin Love at the line, knocks down the first. Cavaliers basketball on Fox Sports Ohio is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by Chase, earn 1.5% cash back on everything you buy with Freedom Unlimited. So one more for K-Love, who did consider going to the University of Oregon where his dad played. One up going to UCLA turned out to be a great decision. 1 year as a Bruin. And a lottery pick. Still not a popular decision in Portland. I remember his great high school exploits. Curry off the bounce, and he hits it.
Ooh, you shoot it.
Just like steps there off the bounce. So he's got 9 quick runs on 3 free balls. Here comes Jenny. Backing down Curry. Had to give it up. Curry stood his ground. Sexton tries his hand Curry. He takes his top one by Nurkic, but a body foul on Curry. So Colin Sexton will go to the free throw line. Curry must have felt like it was a marked man there.
Doing a good job of getting down low. He got the foul, draws the foul, goes to the line.
It's the first. They learn about the key transformation of the new season ticket memberships at the Cavs open house event